Hi intermediate class, welcome to this week's scavenger hunt. It's going to be a self-care food scavenger hunt. So we're going to be making pasta, homemade pasta. And the next step, the next video is going to be all the ingredients and how much you need to go search your house for. Look for flour, all-purpose flour, and you're going to be doing 2 cups. So find a measuring cup and measure out 2 cups. The next step is going to be making a well and putting it on your counter or surface. And the next search ingredient is eggs.
2 eggs.
So you're going to get 2 eggs for each 2 cups of flour. Do a simple crack and put it in the well. If you get a shell in there, just use your scoop shell to scoop it out. There's no big deal if there gets a shell in there. Your next step is to get a nice silver fork, but before that, your next ingredient is salt.
A teaspoon of salt.
So you can either do, can you show, about that size? My dad's hands are big hands, so maybe use a spoon. And take your fork and do a nice kind of circular oval, almost like you're scrambling eggs. And if you can see, as it scrambles, the flour combines with the egg. And so you can have a couple people making this at the same time. You can have
And you can add eggs as you need it if you need more liquid.
And it's just a process of combining the flour with the egg. It's kind of a nice little relaxing step. And so you'll see even more the flour is going to combine, and you can start seeing some of the pasta dough. This is the fun part, like Play-Doh. Again, you can switch over to a next family member to help mix this, or you can keep yourself doing this task and making the pasta dough for yourself or your family. This is a tool that is a helpful tool, but what you can use is any sort of cutting board that might be thin like this. Or if you happen to have this tool, that works as well, but it's not necessary. Just kind of motion of fold, use your hands.
And if you find that the dough is dry,
just test out by eye. No particular
add a little
measurement.
water.
It's easier to add more water than take away, so just do a little at a time. So all you need to do is just keep folding this, doing a motion like you're almost making similar to pizza dough, and adding water if you need it, if it's not combining on its own. And just continue the process. Almost there with all of it combined. Again, this tool is just to scrape up the extra flour. You don't necessarily need to have it if you don't own it. Any particular flat tool surface would work as well. Okay, we're almost combined. And then I'll get my dad to show how much pasta dough the 2 cups and 2 eggs made. Look how much. So again, you can make several mounds of these if your family wants pasta for 7 days.
This will make plenty for 2 people, 3 to 4, depending how much you want to eat.
And Dad, why did you add the flour?
It was a bit wet. The dough was still a bit wet. So if you want to get it a bit drier, and you just keep rubbing in the flour and kneading it over top the flour, and it'll pick it all up. And you see the way the consistency of the flour is now silky, soft,
and not sticky.
Okay. And you just fold and press down. And then once it makes a ball, you want to let it rest. So now we're going to wrap it with saran wrap and leave it in the fridge for a ½ hour.
So we're starting the process of preparing it to go in the fridge. And Dad, what is that again?
Saran wrap, and you're just going to wrap it and let the dough rest, so then you can roll it out with a rolling pin and work with it easier. And just leave it like that in the fridge.
Okay, and so I'm just putting this in saran wrap, no particular way, but in the fridge for about 30 minutes?
Yeah.
30 minutes, okay? And then we'll go to the next step. Take the rested dough out of the fridge, again, just in the saran wrap. And then Dad's gonna show the next steps for how to make your pasta.